Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Eddie and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And for today's video, we have something super fire coming up. But before we continue, guys, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below, as well as that notification bell. And just getting right into it, guys, we have none other than the DJ Khaled We The Best Air Jordan 5s. And I have to say that this sneaker really surprised me when I first saw the first pics of like the salmon or crimson bliss pair, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a big fan of that colorway, but when I saw these, I'm like, bro, these joints are super fire. And in my opinion, this actually looks like a modernized version and luxurious version of the Air Jordan Grape 5. As you can see, the Air Jordan 5 Grape has that all white upper, and this is like sail, which is very similar to white. Then when we look at the purple on the midsole of what would be there on the Air Jordan 5 Grape, we have this kind of pastel purple. And then we also have the black, which is very similar again to the Air Jordan Grape 5. And then instead of having that kind of bright electric green on the shark teeth, we have this kind of pastel blue with some little sprinkles of that yellow tint to it, which I think looks, again, really luxurious, especially with the leather quality on these. And overall, again, guys, I do love this shoe. So now when focusing on the history of this shoe, I don't think there's really much to go over other than the fact that it's DJ Khaled, We The Best. That's like his whole brand, his record company, and all of that. If you guys are familiar with his music, he yells that out on every single song just to make sure that you guys know We The Best and all of that. I love the We The Best branding all over the shoe, which we'll get into the details of the shoe because it just represents DJ Khaled as a whole and what he's trying to do with his brand. But before we get into those details of the shoe, let's just focus quickly on the box. So when you remove the plastic slit from the box, you can actually see that it's very similar to the Travis Scott fragments as well as the Amon Air Jordan boxes, and it just represents the brand as a whole. So you can see that we have some We The Best logos, we have some Miami Vice graffiti details on it, we also have the Jumpman logo right there. And then when we go onto this side, we have the Keep Going detail right there, which is a big thing for DJ Khaled, and it's something that he states a lot, and it's just for motivational purposes, and I do love that they have that on the shoe. We also have this pink Jumpman logo right there, and there's some more details on the box, but you know, it's very minute. So let's just focus on the actual box itself. And then unfortunately, I do have a slightly damaged box, but if you focus on the Jumpman logo right here, you can actually see that it has this kind of Miami Vice sunset vibe to it, which I think is really cool. And when you actually lift up the lid of the box, you can see that same detail right there, which again, I think looks really dope overall. And then when we look at this side of the box, you can see the We The Best branding right there. And then when we flip that over, you can also see the Nike Air branding on the opposite side, as well as the size tag and colorway. And of course, I would recommend to go true to size with this sneaker. All of my Jordan 5s that I've ever worn has been in a size 8, and it just fits perfect in my opinion. Not too tight, not too snug, just right in that balanced middle area. And the box reads as Air Jordan 5 Retro SP, and the colorway shown is Sail, Wash Yellow, and Violet Star. And now guys, we can just focus on the sneaker itself because again, I really love this shoe. It may be pretty plain for some people, but I think overall the details on it are extremely awesome. So now when focusing on the toe box of the shoe, you can see that we have this leather toe box right here in the sail colorway, and it's definitely a very nice soft leather touch to it. Maybe not the most premium leather in the world, but I think overall it's a really good leather. And then when we move more up to the shoe, you can see that we have the satin hit right here, which I think is really random, but again, just adds to that more premium vibe. Then we have some white laces right here. Then when we move more up into the shoe, we can see that we have the Air Jordan 5 netting right there. And what's really interesting about this hit is the fact that under that netting, we do have a 3M hit, which makes the shoe pop. And then when we move onto the top of the tongue, you can see that we have that Air Jordan 5 tongue right there with the 3M all over it. And again, I think that's really dope because it just adds a brightness to the shoe. And then you can also see that we have a black Jumpman. Also, we have the Air Jordan 5 lace lock. What's interesting about this shoe is the fact that the lace lock actually has both the Nike and Jordan branding. So on the big plastic area, you can see the Nike logo right there. And then on the small lace lock area, you can actually see the yellow Jumpman, which I think is pretty dope. Then when we focus on the lateral side of the shoe, you can see that nice sail upper, man, and it just shines bright and just looks so freaking great, man. I just love how special this shoe looks overall, and I'm just really a big fan. Like, if you guys didn't know, I do love Jordan 5s as well. The metallic silvers are my favorite OG colorway, but definitely I think the best Air Jordan 5 of all time is still the off-white Air Jordan 5 in that metallic black silver, and it's just great, man. And one of the major changes that Virgil made onto that off-white Air Jordan 5 is actually on this DJ Khaled Air Jordan 5, which I'll get into a second. But quickly, I have to say rest in peace to Virgil, one of the best designers of this modern generation. Today makes a year since he's passed, and you know, if you guys watched my video from last year, that really hit me hard. But you know, just continuing on a brighter note, let's get back into the shoes. So guys, when focusing again on the lateral side, you can see that we have that web netting right right there. And then we actually look at this area. Doesn't something look different to you guys? So a standard to the Air Jordan 5 model would be the ankle padding that would just stick out of the shoe and would really make it look bulky. But as I mentioned before with the Air Jordan 5 Off-Whites, Virgil eliminated that completely, which gave it that kind of sleek look. And I love the fact that they put this on this specific model right here because it just shows, look how sleek that Air Jordan 5 looks, man. It just looks so clean, and again adds to that luxurious look of what I think this sail colorway is trying to pull off. And now when we go into the back heel area now, guys, you can actually see that we have the We The Best logo right here. And then when we go into the medial side, you can see the same thing pretty much follows suit. So we have that web netting right there, as well as no bulky ankle padding right there. And then when looking at the midsole of the shoe, you can see that we have those very nice hits of that kind of, not periwinkle blue, but more of like a pastel purple hit. And then we also have that black hit in the back, which makes the shoe pop even more. And then we also have that kind of fighter jet shark teeth right there, and that kind of pastel blue color with that kind of wash yellow sprinkles all over to make the shoe pop as well. Then when we actually look at the front of the shoe, we have this age yellow rubber toe cap right there, which makes the shoe pop as well. And then when looking at the top of the outsole, you can see that we have this Jumpman logo right here in black with that icy blue outsole. Then in the middle of the outsole, you can see that we have the Nike logo right there and that pastel purple. And then in the back, you can see more of that icy blue hits in this Jordan 5 herringbone traction pad. And then one more detail which you guys are absolutely not going to be able to see on camera is the fact that it does say keep going on the laces, and literally is just so low key. I don't even know if my camera is going to be able to catch that, but I'll be sure to add the B-roll if that comes through. But again, it just says keep going on the laces. So pretty much the same thing overall follows suit on the shoe. However, I'm going to focus on the laces first. So as you guys see, we have the standard white laces that says keep going on it. Then we have this kind of yellow lace, black lace, as well as that kind of pastel purple lace. And what's really interesting is the fact that the white lace anglets are the only ones that says keep going, but when you look at these other colorways, it doesn't say it on there at all, which is pretty interesting in my opinion. And then when we go onto the back heel area of this shoe, this is where things change. We have a Nike Air logo instead of that We The Best logo. And then when you actually put the shoes together, it does say We The Best and Nike Air, which just looks really cool. And what's also good to know when you have these shoes together is not only that they have this kind of beautiful satin blue lining, but when you actually put the tongues together and flip them over, it usually says Air Jordan on the regular 5s, but on these it actually says keep going. And I think that's just a really dope detail when you put them together, and again just goes overall with DJ Khaled's brand. Something else to note that's different from the right shoe to the left shoe is the fact that we do have this We The Best logo right there. What I also like is that we have the We The Best logo right here, and then the Nike Air on the back. And then on this side, we do have the Jordan brand logo and then the We The Best logo on the back. So it's kind of inverted. And one more thing to note is that we do have these polyurethane insoles, and it does come in that wash yellow colorway. And then it also has that Nike Air logo right there. And then on the other insole, we actually have the We The Best logo on it. So it's pretty much the same thing, but just inverted logos. And I think that's just really dope overall. So guys, that's pretty much gonna conclude the history and the details of the shoe. So now let's get right into this on full look, guys. Y'all, so that's gonna conclude the review as well as the on full look, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Guys, as I mentioned before, I think this is the best Air Jordan 5 DJ Khaled, We The Best out of the pack. The friends and family version pairs are pretty cool too, but it just has that darker purple hit to it as well as like a darker blue hit to it. But I think that this sail colorway just has a hit of just everything. Like it has the purples, it has the blues, it has the sails. The only thing it doesn't really have is that kind of salmon or crimson bliss color, but I think this looks better than that too. So overall, I think this is just a better pair. So guys, you let me know what you think is the best colorway in the comment section down below. And other than that, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family and all that. And just keep doing what you're doing to help push your YouTube algorithms and help my channel grow. And other than that, y'all, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.